Hello again. Today you're going to be continuing to draft your opinion pieces about whether or not every kid should receive a trophy. You should start today by rereading anything you've already written yesterday. I've already done that and I'm ready to start my next paragraph, but I was thinking, it might be really helpful to look at the opinion writing checklist and remind myself of some of the key details I should be including in my writing before I continue. So, I have my opinion writing checklist open, as you can see, which is listed in the Google Classroom under the writing section. Let's see. Lead. Oh, I definitely have already added an introduction, naming my opinion and hooking my reader by talking to my audience a little bit in that paragraph. Transitions. Well, I'm already naming one reason is, another reason is, so I think I'm definitely already using transitions. I haven't ended my story yet, so let's check out the next page. Elaboration and craft. Let's focus on this elaboration piece. So, I not only named my reason to support my opinion, but also wrote more about each one. So I can add my own thoughts, details from a story or book, or I can actually interview somebody else and get more details from them. So my first paragraph has information about the coaches from the story itself that we read. I know my third paragraph is going to have a personal story about how I used to get trophies when I was a dancer. So this might be a good time to try out the third technique for elaborating, which is interviewing somebody. I know. I can go interview Autumn about her soccer team. 1 second. Thanks for waiting for me. I went and talked to Autumn about her soccer team this year. She actually moved up a level, and it's from girls in 5th grade all the way up to the girls in 8th grade. Autumn has been playing with the same 5 group of girls for the last few seasons, and the team left them together again this year. Also on her team are a bunch of 8th grade girls that have also been playing together for years. There are some 6th and 7th graders, but for the most part, her team is pretty much half 8th grade, half 5th grade. Imagine how you'd feel if you were in 8th grade and you had to play with these smaller, less skilled 5th grade players. So I asked Autumn how that felt, and she was telling me she really wasn't happy at first because the 8th grade girls used to take the ball and then they wouldn't really pass it to the 5th grade girls. So I asked her, how did that make you feel? And she said it made her feel like she didn't really want to play. And she said she used to raise her hand a lot when she was on the field and ask the coach if she could go on a water break even though she didn't need one because she got tired of just walking back and forth on the field and nobody passing it to her. So let's go look at my writing. My second reason is it encourages all players to keep playing. So when I think about Autumn's story about how the 8th grade girls didn't really pass the ball to her, that's kind of like when the coaches used to only pay attention to star players. So I said to Autumn, did that change at all throughout the season? And she said yes. Because the 8th grade girls didn't actually show up to soccer practice because they just didn't. She doesn't know why. So only the 5th grade girls really got to practice with the coaches and their skills got better and better. So she said at the games, the 8th grade girls started to recognize that and finally started passing it to them. And that made her more excited about soccer again, and she wants to keep playing. She was originally thinking next year she might try out field hockey, but now she loves soccer even more. She wants to stick with it and focus and get even better with her skills. So by her coach continuing to teach her soccer skills and not just paying attention to those star players, now all the players are getting closer and better at the same time, and it's making her happier and want to keep playing. I'm going to find a way to add that into my second reason paragraph for today. That's my goal. Why don't you take a minute, review the checklist yourself, and see which thing do you think you need to do? Do you need to elaborate more? Do you need to add more transition words? Do you need to add more into a single paragraph and say more about that one idea? Go ahead and give it a try, and then tomorrow we'll work on our third reason and our conclusion. Good luck!